What just happened?
It's a freaking slammer.
Welcome to Miller's Outdoors. Today we have a story of two great Ohio bucks taken by the Miller family during the 2025 season. The first being an incredible 160-inch deer we call Clumsy, taken by my brother Riker on opening day. Then me getting a Slammer mainframe 8-pointer. But first, let's go back to the preparation phase of the 2025 season. Lots of work was put into the property to try and make this season the best season yet. Food plots, watering holes, scrape trees, the whole 9 yards. Mother Nature had other plans though. This fall was one of the driest seasons we have had in decades, getting less than a half an inch of rain between the end of July and the middle of September. With no summer plots on the property, we knew we would have to rely heavily on fall plots to bring in the deer. However, the lack of rain made that nearly impossible. We planted and replanted 5 times between the middle of August and end of September, each time either getting completely missed by the rain or getting just enough rain to germinate the seed and burn it up. We even attempted watering a small portion of food plots with a big water truck and couldn't get anything to grow. At this point, morale was pretty low and hopes were not high for the season. Finally, on September 22nd, 5 days before season opens, we got several days of rain and the plots began to come up. Meanwhile, on a permission property, we had been tracking a deer on trail camera since early velvet that we call Clumsy. Here's Riker to tell his story.
Hey guys, this is Riker Miller from Ohio, and this is my story about Clumsy. This is my buck I shot on opening day of the 25 season with my bow, and this is his story. So, in the fall of 24, I had put out cameras at a permission property that I had, and I started getting pictures of a young 2.5 to 3.5 year old buck. I didn't think about going in and killing this deer, but I did end up seeing him probably 5 to 7 times that season while out after another 8-point that I was after at that farm. But going into that winter, the 24 to 25 winter, that spring I went in, I had actually completely forgotten about the deer and was going back through trail camera photos and then remembered, oh my gosh, I had this deer on camera almost every day and I haven't had pictures of him in 2 weeks. And I went in there for my first real deal shed hunt of the year, went into where I thought he was bedding, and within 100 yards of starting my search, I had picked up one of his sides, and within 5 yards going up that same trail to my corn, I'd found his other side. So I have his match set here from the year before. Nothing crazy, but this is actually how he got his name right here. He actually ended up hurting this antler in velvet. He actually must have banged it off something, and it was actually a small little, I don't know if you'd call it a drop tine or not, but it used to hang down. He busted it off days after going hardhorn, but that's how he got his name, Clumsy. But after finding his sheds that year, I didn't really think that he was going to be a deer that I was going after just because of the caliber that he was, and his body didn't tell me he was anything crazy. But as we got into August, I started putting out trail cameras, mineral, and a little bit of corn, and I actually got pictures of this deer super early on this year, of that year. I had gotten pictures of him coming into my mineral, and I'm like, wow, that is a very big frame deer, and I don't normally run a lot of mineral this early, so I didn't have anything to really gauge his caliber off of, but I knew just from the sight of the frame and the brows, I knew he was going to be a deer that I definitely wanted to pay attention to coming into the season. And I got to, I think, the pictures may have actually been in July. I got into August, and I think August 3rd, I stopped getting pictures of him completely. Hadn't had pictures of him for 15 days and decided to move my mineral and corn about 150 yards down the hill to where my tree stand is. The day after I moved my mineral and my corn down there, boom, he was there at 4:45 with another buck, and I'm like, holy cow. A buddy of mine that hunts just down the road had showed me some pictures that he had of him, and after seeing those pictures, I'm like, I don't think this is going to be a deer I'm really going after. I've got a couple other really nice bucks that I want to go after this year, but as soon as I got that picture of him, I was at work with my brother. I got those pictures, and I'm like, holy cow, this deer's a giant. I think I actually told my brother that he was going to be able to go shoot him, but spoiler alert, I didn't let him. So I actually had 6 days between the 6 days between August 18th and September 27th that I did not have him in daylight. So I knew I needed to be super safe going into this hunt, and everything I did I needed to have patterned down. Every time I would go to put out corn, I did it at the same time, I did it the same way. And I just think from doing everything at the same time like that is really what helps me here with keeping this deer coming in daylight every day. But coming up to opening day, there was Thursday night, we did not have pictures of him in daylight. Friday night, we did not have pictures of him in daylight. I was skeptical that he wasn't going to start showing. I felt that maybe he had know that season was coming, but I just knew, I had that feeling I needed to be out there opening day. The wind was perfect. Conditions were not great, but they were good enough that I'm like, it's an early season hunt. I'm going to go in there. It's opening day. I want to get in there and lay my eyes on him. We had another big 9-point that was showing up every once in a while in daylight too, and I said, either of those deer, if they show, I'm gonna try to shoot them. And I went in there. I think I had just washed every single piece of clothing I had, made sure everything was perfect. I think I left my house to get over there around 1:30. I got over there, and I know for a fact it took me an hour and 45 minutes to get from my truck to my tree stand with all my camera gear set up. And I actually didn't see a deer, I don't think, for 2 or 3 hours after I got into the stand. But I knew I hadn't blown anything out bad because I hadn't heard any deer run off or seen anything.
Hey guys, I'm out here today. It's opening day in Ohio, September 27th, 2025. I went out this morning trying to get on a doe, but didn't have any luck. I had 2 of them come in, but they both skirted me. But we're into the evening now. It's a fairly warm evening, but I still have good hopes. The area that I'm in right now, I'm sitting over a spot where I've had 2 big mature bucks daylighting relentlessly for the last couple months. My camera was dead last night, so I don't know if either of them were here last night, but the night before that, the big 8 or the big 9 daylighted, and the last 5 or 6 days before that, maybe more, the buck we call Clumsy was in here. Daylighted. I mean, he was in here 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, broad daylight. So I'm hoping we can see him tonight. I don't know if I'll shoot him or not. He's very, very good. He's a mainframe 5x5. He's somewhat of a 6x5, but got really good brows, real tall beam, real long beams, real tall points, big brows. He's got 2 big flyers that come off of his G2s, which is really cool, but he's super spindly. I don't know. I think he's a young deer, but you might just catch an arrow tonight if he comes out. But I'm gonna sit tight here. I just snuck down in here, got everything set up as quiet as possible. So hopefully one of them shows up tonight. Maybe we can let an arrow fly.
But as soon as I started seeing deer, of course, they came from dead downwind. It's a big doe and a couple fawns, and I'm like, gosh, you gotta be kidding me. They're walking straight up the trail to the base of my tree, and just like they always do, the two fawns walk right past me, perfectly fine, not a worry in the world. The big doe walks right up to the base of my tree and looks directly up at me, and I'm sitting there like, you're really gonna screw me up here? I'm not gonna hurt you, come on, just give me a chance here. And she actually ended up blowing at me, and I'm like, well, I just screwed everything up. My whole setup is ruined. I might even blow this deer out into a neighboring property, and he might get shot tonight. So I'm thinking the worst of it, and she actually does end up blowing at me and walking about 25 yards behind my tree stand. And the funny thing about it is she walks right behind my tree stand about 25 yards straight into the corn and doesn't look at me and acts perfectly normal for the rest of the time of her being there. And then a couple hours later, I had a couple more does run through. I hadn't seen any bucks yet, but around, I think it was around 6 o'clock or so, I don't know for sure, it could have been around 7, I'm watching these 2 does feeding at the corn, and I peek my head a little bit further around the tree, and I can see a buck standing there. I just thought it was one of the smaller ones that normally came in, because normally there's a pretty big group of bucks that will come in there every night. But I was looking at that deer, and right before I went to turn my head back to the does at the corn, I seen the flash of a flyer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's him, this is on. And I'm looking over, watching him, and all I can see is him picking up his head and sniffing the air, and I'm like, I can feel the wind is good, but I'm still afraid that maybe it's swirling and he might be picking up on my scent and might be about to bust me. And eventually, after about, I'd say 4 or 5 minutes, it felt like 20, so I don't really know for sure. He finally started to make a break up to where I could shoot him, and I reach around the tree, turn on the camera, get it set on him, and grab my bow, and I knew things were on. I had a tiny little hole to shoot through because I hadn't trimmed the shooting lanes here at that stand, and there were so many leaves still on at the time. But I drew my bow back. He was quartered slightly away, picks up his head. I draw back, lay it right in there. I knew he was quartered away slightly, but I knew I could punch it right up in there, and that's how it went. I shot. Arrow looked good. I didn't feel like I had gotten crazy penetration, but I knew from the way that he ran off and the crashing that I heard just seconds after it, I knew that I had to have got at least a double lung shot on him. And instantly from that moment, I pulled my phone out of my pocket, called my brother, who did not answer. Remember that he did not answer me when he knew that I was deer hunting, and this buck had a great likelihood of showing up. Granted, he was at a festival, very loud, very hard to notice that your phone's going off, but I did end up getting a hold of him and a couple other of my buddies.
Hello? What's up?
Nice. I got the
There's no arrow on your bow?
Nope.
So, what did you shoot? Which
Huh?
one? Which one?
Clumsy.
Uh-oh, here we go. Which one?
I called you like 4
I
times.
can't hear you.
Clumsy. Check the trail camera.
Dude, we're in the middle of a festival. I can't hear you.
Clumsy.
You got him?
I hit him. I mean, right behind the shoulder. I don't know how much penetration. I didn't blow through him. He came up. He was quartered away. I mean, I blew it right up in there. I've got it all on video perfectly.
Did it look like it went in pretty good?
I mean, I stuck him out. He took off, and I heard a whole bunch of crashing and crap up through the woods.
So what you're saying is we need to get heading home.
We actually waited about 3 hours. 3 hours I had to wait to go in after this deer to go find him because I wanted to wait for my dad to be able to get there to go in with us, since this is my first big caliber buck that I've killed. But I don't think I missed anything, but I hope you guys like it.
Now, for my story. My season started off with high hopes. We knew of 2 very nice deer in the area and had one of them on camera pretty consistently. Unfortunately for me, both of those deer got harvested by neighbors within a week of my first child being born. With this, I knew I would have to choose my times to hunt wisely. Riker and I were able to get out on October 23rd for an evening hunt. At this point, one of our target bucks that we had called Field Goal was still alive, so he was our primary focus. He did not show up. However, we briefly saw another nice deer run out into the food plot, look around for a few seconds, and run out the other end of the food plot. It happened so fast that we didn't get a good look at the deer and couldn't place him as any of the ones that we had had on trail camera. That changed that night though. We got him on camera and immediately knew which deer this was from the previous season. We were getting him on camera very consistently from that night forward. He daylighted quite early in the day on the 30th and the 31st, and we knew we had to go in after him. We slip into the blind early in the afternoon and anticipation is high.
so we're out here. It's November 1st. Feeling really good about tonight. We've had this 4.5-year-old 8-point that's been showing up. He's daylighted the last 2 nights. So the wind's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident, but they're deer, you never know what's gonna happen, so stick around and find out.
As time goes on, nerves begin to rise, just awaiting the first deer to enter the plot.
Chad, somebody call back.
5:19 rolls around and nerves are peaking. That was the time we had him on camera no more than 15 yards from the blind 2 days prior. At this time, Riker senses something and closes his eyes to try and hone in on the sound. I scan the wood edge and see a deer pop its head out. Much to my surprise, it's him, the first deer in the plot, and it's our target buck. He walks out a few steps and beelines it straight towards us. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I take a few deep breaths and tell myself to stay calm. He gets to about 25 yards and cuts broadside to us and keeps walking. As he crosses the gap in the blind, I use that as my opportunity to draw my bow. When I peek back out of the opening, I see that he is standing there broadside looking right at us. I knew that it was now or never and take my shot.
25.
My hold felt good, but the shot looked high. We pause and wait and are pretty confident we hear him crash.
It went down.
We got him, dude. Yes! Dude!
Holy cow.
That happened so fast. Literally the first deer we've seen tonight. I mean, high.
Yeah,
Little
high.
But
He definitely just went down.
yeah.
Dude, holy shit.
What just happened?
It's a freaking slammer.
I know. Dude, he's so much nicer than I thought he was.
Dude, he's like paddled on the one
yeah,
side.
dude, he's so nice.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe that. Haven't seen a single deer yet.
Dude, when I reined at him, and then I didn't have the camera on him, and I heard you draw back, and I look up and I see him looking at us, and I'm like, oh shit, he's about to shoot, and I don't have the camera on him. Oh my gosh.
Dude, let's go, dude. That was definitely him crashing right there. He's dead.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Upon further review, my hold did in fact look pretty good, although in retrospect, I should have held low, anticipating him to drop, since he was alert and looking right at us. After some celebration, we call my wife and father to share the good news.
She's gonna know. She already knows. He's dead.
Already?
Yeah. Yeah. He's dead.
I literally just sat down. Is he on camera?
Yeah, I got it
Oh,
all
yeah,
on-
we got it all
it's
on camera.
Beautiful footage, because he's literally walking straight at us.
Well, is he on like the camera?
No,
he's
it didn't,
not.
it
Oh,
didn't
no.
get a picture of him.
No, he didn't. He
Because
never
as
came up
soon
on.
as soon as he entered, like where the camera would have picked him up, you shot
Shot him
and
and he
then
took off. Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Holy cow, dude, that happened so fast.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's so much nicer than the pictures. But yeah.
Holy crap! You shot him early. It's
Yeah,
like
I know.
30.
I mean, he's literally
You
the
shot him
first deer.
earlier than I
He's
shot
literally
my
the
buck.
first deer that we saw tonight.
Oh my god.
Well, I
job.
bet you're happy. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of me now.
No,
Oh, yeah.
going fishing.
Yeah, anyways, now I can just get my fishing in.
Shut up, Riker.
All right, I'm gonna call Dad.
They probably have a deer out right now. It's gonna fall away.
Probably.
That phone's gonna fall.
Well, he should have it
The
inside.
crossbow's gonna fall over.
He should have it inside. He's dead.
Yes.
He's dead.
Awesome. I hadn't seen any pictures. I just
No,
looked
like-
5 minutes ago.
Literally, by the time he was getting to where the camera would take a picture of him, was when I released the arrow and he took off. So
How does he look in person?
he's
big.
better. He's better than the pictures. He's really nice.
Okay.
He's really nice. So, all right. Well,
You know, somebody's gonna be happy.
yeah, my wife. Oh, I called her first. I called her first. She's
Yeah,
already.
he shot him. He shot him
You shot him.
over 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. We get out of the blind and check the arrow for blood, and at this point we are even more confident he is dead.
Oh, there's blood right here. Literally at the point of impact.
Oh yeah.
And it looks, oh my gosh. Oh my, dude. It freaking,
Dude,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think he might be dead.
he's definitely dead.
Oh, look at it all.
Dude, he's dead.
Dumping. I feel like your arrow would be laying like right near you.
I think it was like right by those trees.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, he's dead.
Yeah,
That's long.
as a fawn.
Yeah. That's long. Bubbles everywhere.
Yeah. Those G5 sponsor us, please.
We go back to the house and wait for the rest of the family that is still out hunting, and then it's time to go get him. The blood trail is good, and it doesn't take long to find him. Are you looking for blood? Yeah.
I think he would have went to the right here.
Oh, there's blood right here. Yeah, well, I can see blood. I mean, we heard him go up that way, but...
I've got blood here, Hunter. See, there's blood right here, though.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, there's a big pile right there.
On both sides of them.
Yeah. Good blood.
Yeah, I think he slowed down somewhat once he got into here.
Yeah. There he is. Right there.
I think he's in a gully.
He is. Yeah. Oh, his legs are straddling that tree. Well, we found him, and I really couldn't be happier. I mean, just great mass, really nice and tall. I mean, you can't hardly beat it. I mean, he probably went 80 yards. We were a little worried that the shot was high, but then we found it was bleeding really good, so we figured we'd go in and look, and he really didn't go too far, probably 80 yards, but man, he's a beauty.
First bow buck.
Oh yeah, first compound bow buck. So this is my buck that I got this year. Just a beautiful mainframe 8-pointer with kickers off the sides, just like Clumsy that you saw earlier. Just great mass. He's got this huge section right here where he's just got so much mass, so thick, good frame. I'm really happy with this buck. He's just very, very pretty. Oh yeah, and here's his shed from last year actually. As you can see, he's got a little kicker right there on the inside, which is similar to that. It looks like he actually switched sides there, and instead of having a point coming out, just kind of closed that whole gap up. But you can kind of see the resemblance there if you look closely. Thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more to come.